We live in a complicated world with too many distractions and where information overload is commonplace. And the main question we often ask ourselves is how can we avoid adding to the noise and get our message across in the clearest way possible? The best way to do this is to follow the methodology of less is more. When we talk about less is more, we are talking about simplifying the way we present ideas to focus the user on making decisions about a task in the most effective way possible. Designs that are overcrowded can overload the user and make it confusing for them to proceed through a task. If it's too confusing, users will give up because they are unable to make an informed decision. Thumbnails that are text-heavy and have a number of different elements. Backgrounds and signage that are overbranded and busy. Websites that have HTML text over busy video content are just a few examples that make it hard for the user to digest information. Why? Because each bit of information that the user is presented with requires a choice, and every additional bit of information requires an additional choice. When looking specifically at the thumbnail on a YouTube playlist, the user is presented with choices that help them decide if they should click on a thumbnail or not. The user is deciding a yes or no based on what they see. Often, all it takes is just one additional choice for it to frustrate the viewer and give them a chance to say no. That means if you have 5 bits of information on your thumbnail, you are giving the viewer 5 chances to say no, 5 reasons for them not to click on your video. Instead, simplifying a design by removing the clutter can visually focus the user by giving them less opportunity to say no, and encourages the user to say yes by clicking and proceeding to the new task. By keeping things simple with the less is more approach, we avoid cognitive overload, reach a broader audience, and ultimately help them get from point A to B with minimum frustration. So next time you are involved with designing things like products, websites, thumbnail videos, or anything really, try to keep it simple. And remember, less is more.